Prodeus has finally come to early access, and while I've had a blast tearing up its excellent main campaign, I've also managed to have a pretty good time with its user-created levels, made possible by Prodeus's deep in-game map editor. And I gotta say, there have been some impressive standouts. What's up everybody, I'm Kirk, and today we're gonna be checking out some of my favorite user-created Prodeus levels. But before all of that, please be sure to subscribe to this channel for more retro shooter goodness. Alright, let's begin. To start things off, let's go ahead and touch on what I'm sure will be a popular map trend with this game: recreations. As expected, we already have a wonderful and accurate recreation of E1M1 from Doom, made by JP Villegas. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. And there's a stellar version of the opening level of Doom 2016 by Zexy, which has an impressive amount of detail. Just awesome. There's even a recreation of Quake's hub map by Crazy. It's not finished yet, but what's here looks fantastic. But what impressed me the most is a map based on a game that is quite the opposite from Doom and Quake. Testing Trouble by Dandy8 is a puzzle-focused map based on Portal that absolutely blew me away. No, unfortunately, there's no portal gun, but there are portals, and they behave very similar to the portals from Valve's classic, right down to the added momentum from going through multiple ones. Dandy even managed to design a cube and switch mechanic. This level really shows off the flexibility of Prodeus's map editor, and shows that these maps don't necessarily have to challenge your reflexes, but rather your brains. The only downside is that you don't have a murderous AI heckling you, and the frosted layered baked good is still a fabrication.
You must really, really love to test.
Recreations are fine and dandy, but I'm sure plenty of you are looking for some original challenges, and lucky for you, there are plenty already available. Just so you know, a lot of these levels are labeled with MC, which was for the mapping challenge the devs kicked off back in October for the beta. It's also a good sign that the level is going to have some quality to it. First up is Thermal by Nebiont. Hope I said that right. I love the way this map looks. It's sparsely lit and moody. Reminds me of Doom 3 a little bit, but with these glowing containers of lava that give it quite the ambiance. The difficulty in this level is also really well balanced. There's a lot of consideration of the monster combos. Meant to be the first in a campaign, Thermal is a compact level, but dense with combat and switch puzzles, and the ending will get your heart pumping. Next is a level more on the experimental side, Log Rolling by Aircon. The level is simple: stay on the rolling log and shoot all the targets to open the exit. If you touch the red zone, you're dead. It's like a twisted game show from hell, with fiends fireballing you from opposite sides and lungers making life difficult. It's a fun little level, and I hope its creator refines the concept even further. I'm curious if they can design a Ninja Warrior style obstacle course. Getting into a more traditional level, we have Transit by Pause, taking place in an off-world train station infested with demons. This level is gorgeous. For starters, there's loads of detail to flesh out this space train station, and the main terminal has this huge glass ceiling over it with the yellow sun beaming through. But gameplay-wise, the level is a steady drip of combat from start to finish, culminating in an arena battle at what I assume is the end of the line. Overall, I like how the creator took a regular everyday thing and gave it the Prodeus spin. Definitely check this one out. The True Addiction by Twizzy has you infiltrating an oceanside military base. You start off going through a narrow canyon that leads you to this lava chamber full of fiends and zombies. You then hop onto an elevator up to the base, which is where the fun begins. Two snipers and a whole lot of zombies turn up the heat early in what's a satisfyingly difficult level. Ah, peaceful. Visually, this level is outstanding. There's so much detail in the architecture, and the lighting is great. Look at this hallway, all red lit and steamy. I feel like I'm gonna turn a corner and run into Darth Vader or something. Eventually, you reach the base's core and actually have an objective to complete here, exposing these rods and shooting them. The level ends with a visually stunning core meltdown with you battling enemies on spinning platforms, which makes aiming a little bit of a nightmare. All in all though, a very entertaining level. The last levels I'll be talking about are a trio made by Rob Salmon, all about vehicular madness. Truck Surfer is exactly as the name implies. You hop from semi to semi on a freeway, blasting away baddies and trying your best not to get splattered on the asphalt. The fact that the level editor is able to do something like this is pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing like this in the main campaign. The follow-up to this is Pileup, the destructive result of your truck surfing. This level is a lot more straightforward, a series of arena battles amongst the twisted wreckage of semis and other vehicles, but it's still a lot of fun and offers quite the challenge, eventually taking the player into an underground toxic waste plant. At least I think that's what this is. At the end, you get picked up by your little robot pal in a convertible. I fell out of it, unfortunately. This brings us to Truck Surfer 2, which is insane. Firefights with shotgun dudes in the back of semis, crashing enemy cars, there's helicopters flying around and you can hop into one of them and chain gun fools, and then it crashes. The amount of work put into this is jaw-dropping, not to mention the awesome neon 80s theme. It even ends with a boss battle against a literal monster truck. It's not perfect. Cheap deaths are a constant due to very limited foot space and a lot of shotgunners, and the level loves overturning semis under your feet, which tends to make your controls spaz out. That being said, Truck Surfer 2 is the type of balls out crazy I'm hoping to see more of from Prodeus's mapping community. There you have it, some quality user-created levels, sure to satisfy those that are itching for more Prodeus. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and I will happily make another in the future, especially as the Prodeus community gets more confident with the level editor. And if there's a level you really enjoyed and think I should check out, be sure to let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. It is a massive help for this channel. And if you haven't, please be sure to check out my review of Prodeus. I post videos weekly, so be sure to ring that bell so you're the first to see them. I'm Kirk, and thank you for watching this video. Stay safe out there.